Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Call of Duty finally dropped a Season 4 patch note for tomorrow's release of Season 4. And I guess it is breaking news. I don't know, because I almost thought they wasn't even gonna drop the patch note, but you know what? They did. But let me first say this. What's dripping? My Call of Duty nieces and nephews, thank you all for pulling up on your Call of Duty uncle. And like I said, today we're gonna be going over the patch note. What changed, what's new, from things such as the weapons, what been buffed, what been nerfed, and all that good stuff. But I don't hold you no longer. Let's dive in. All right, family, let's first go over the Season 4 overview. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this because I already made a dedicated video that I dropped a couple of days ago in this regard, but we will briefly be going over it. So right now, firstly, you see, we did get the roadmap. Then for multiplayer, for the new maps that we will be getting at launch, is gonna be Shutdown. It will be a 6v6 map. Also, we will have Fugitive, which is also a 6v6. And then also for Blitz, it's a 6v6 and also a 2v2. Then for the new multiplayer modes, at launch, we will be having team elimination. This is like kill confirmed, like with a twist. So I can't wait to see how that is and how it plays out. Then for the new weapon for multiplayer and for zombies, and then, no, we can't forget about Warzone, but no, it's a multiplayer and zombies. We do have the LC10, it's the SMG, and this will be unlockable, achievable through the battle pass. And then for the FFAR1, it's an assault rifle. It's gonna be achievable through the battle pass as well. And then an in-season event reward, we will be getting the XS model number 7. So big W on that one. And then for the attachments for the battle pass, we will be getting a G grip. Now this will be a vertical forward grip with integrated laser for improved fire stability, horizontal recoil control, and tighten spread when transitioning from a hip fire and also aim down sights. So, well, or aiming down sights, should I say. Then we will be getting some love for the Strider .22, or no, the Strider 22. It's gonna be a 3-round burst. This will be at launch. It's gonna be an event reward. And then for the SVD, we're gonna get an auto mod. It's gonna be in season. No, we'll be dropping like about a week later or so. And this will be an event reward as well. Then we also will be getting the TR2 CQB auto conversion for the TR2 marksman rifle. And also for the score streak, this will be for multiplayer and for zombies. We do get the Grim Reaper. This will be in season. And they said this launcher is a semi-automatic launcher that's gonna be shooting like 4 rockets in one load. So all you got doggone toxic players, this may be for you. This may be for you for real. Then we do get zombies, even though zombies do not get a map this season. I know a lot of my zombie lovers don't like that. They say it was an L update because no, a lot of people only play zombies. But y'all do get grief returns, for zombies. This did drop back in Black Ops 2, so it is returning right now. And they will have like a 4v4 competitive mode where 2 teams outwit and outlast each other, capture zone to debuff enemies, and it says no damage against other players, respawns every 3rd round, and things of like that. But y'all more than welcome to read the rest of that. Then new zombie challenges, we will be having Dark Ops challenges that will be dropping at launch. Then y'all will get some new ammo mod. Y'all will get the Shadow Blast. This is gonna be at launch, so it's a big W right there. And then some new gobble gums, like 3 of them if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be Explosive Flourish, it's gonna be epic. Then Flavor Hex, it's gonna be legendary. And then Rain Burps, which will be whimsical. And I cannot say that right. Don't judge me, don't make fun of me. Well, matter of fact, if you do make fun of me, put a laughing emoji in the comment section right now. But let's go ahead and move over to the nitty gritty, to the multiplayer, to the patch notes. And then some adjustment that they did make to 3 maps, which is Firing Range, Nomad, and Dealership. For Fire Range, it adjusted start spawn for Search and Destroy. They also fixed water alignment with the ground. And then for Nomad, they said they fixed rendering distance on buildings, and then also fixed missing geometry on a wall. And then for Dealership, they said they fixed collision along the street to stop equipment from falling through. And then for the mode, like free-for-all, which I know I played this node recently, they said they made improvements to free-for-all spawn logic. And I can say that for me, I'm glad they did this. I'm glad they addressed this because, the spawns was kind of like crazy, like just down quickly right when you spawn back in. It's just like, it was hideous. So them addressing that, that's cool to see. Big dub on that one. And then for infected, they said they addressed the issue that could prevent the first infected player from accessing their loadout. So good job on that behalf. But as we move further along, for multiplayer, for the weapons, it do give a brief summary on what they talking about that's gonna be going forward here. It does say we are kicking out Season 4 with burst fire marksman rifle and LMG improvements, as well as adjustment to several assault rifles Both the burst weapons and the LMGs can be quite strong but challenging to use effectively in fast-paced gameplay. Our changes are aimed at areas where these two classes struggle with that faster pacing. The assault rifle adjustments are more targeted. Overall, assault rifles balance is in a good spot. Hey, good job. I'm glad they think that. As in the class balancing in the greater meta, the changes here are meant as a small correction to the highest and lowest performers. So whether you're good or bad, this is adjusted, for everybody. It goes on to say this update also includes adjustments to a handful of attachments across multiple classes. The attachment changes are intended as an early step to address some variances within the weapon classes, and we'll have more comprehensive attachment balancing planned for an upcoming update. So a big W on that one as well. So as we move further along, for the assault rifle, for the XM4, they made some little bit of changes right there. And they also made some, I guess a buff to the AK-74, where they said they had added like a few more meters to the AK-74 to the max damage range to bring it closer to some of the other assault rifles. So a big W on that one. Then, they made some love for the AMAX 85, then also for the GPR91. And for the GPR91, they say we are removing the GPR91's mid damage range. This range has the same base TTK at the max damage range, but a lower headshot potential. The GPR91 now only needs 2 headshots to improve the TTK at all ranges and just one with the CHL barrel. So good job on that one right there. And they also made some love and some changes to the Model L, the Goblin MK2, as well for the AS Valve. And they say the AS Valve will see a small increase to damage in its mid damage range, which will reduce the number of headshots required to achieve a faster TTK, both with and without the CH barrel. So good job on that one. AFL, good fire rate, good job. They make them the changes so you get the headshots in. It don't take all day. No trying to drop your opponent. And then also for the Krieg C, the Cypher 091, and also the Kilo 41, they make some little adjustments right there. And then for the Kilo 141, it said remains a highly predictable and controllable weapon, but view kick will now need to be countered throughout the entire recoil pattern. So big dub on that one as well. And then the AMAX got some love, or hold on, I don't want to say some love. They did make some changes to the AMAX, and they said the AMAX is also receiving a recoil nerf, such that players may want to take an additional recoil reducing attachment to stay effective at longer ranges. So that's I guess that's good and bad. You can take that how you want to. Then for the SMGs, the C9, the KSV, the Tonto 22, the PP919, the Jackal, they had some changes to them, and also for the STOGG, the PPSH41, the Ladder, they all had some changes within that as well. Then as we move further along for the shotgun, for the ASG 89 and the Maelstrom shotgun, they made some minor changes, for the flinch reduction and things like that, or flinch reduction increase. They made some changes to that, as I should say. Then as we move further along for the LMGs, it goes on to say we are continuing to look at ways to increase the effectiveness of LMGs while maintaining class identity, because they don't want to lose no identity when it comes to these weapons. It says this update will improve recoil and base improvement speed for all LMGs. In particular, the movement speed while firing in ADS is improved by about 10% in most cases. These changes are intended to help LMGs sit better within the pace of the game, but not negate the balanced trade-off of higher recoil and lower mobility for the class. So good job on that one. And they also said they made some adjustments for all LMGs for the marksman foregrip. And it goes on to say these two right here. It said the view kick reduction while focus increased from 20 to 25%, and also for the gun kick reduction while focus increased from 20 to 25% as well. Then as you see, they did make some adjustments to the LMG for the PU21, the XMG, and also the GPMG7, and also the Fang 82. So good job. They made them a little bit of adjustment to fit everybody, to fit y'all play style, and just so it can be an overall better experience for us all. And then for the marksman rifle, it goes on to say this. Burst fire marksman rifle with 1 burst kill potential requires a careful balance of risk and reward. Having these weapons in marksman rifle category helps to keep the mobility and handling in check. But our best tool for balance are the recoil, which controls the consistency of the 1 burst and the time between bursts, which directly ties into the risk of the gameplay style, which, when you're making these risks, you want to be rewarded for it, right? Then they also say, we think the burst rifle still has some room to be stronger without upending the risk/reward balance So we're improving the burst fire cooldown on the SWAT 556 and also the AK 973. We are also improving the rapid fire attachments, but they do say they want to make sure that there's a appropriate trade-off to consistency with these changes with the one burst kills at range. So, and them trying to like make sure that everything aligned right. No, that's cool right there. So right here, I'm going through the weapon that they want to change. They also included the Tarkov 762 and also the DM10 and also the TR2 as well, which we'll be getting an attachment later on in the season as well. And then for the special weapon for the D1 sector, they made some adjustments. And then for our score streak, it said addressing issue could prevent lingering fire from persisting after a napalm strike. And then for the audio, got some audio love. I hope it's love for real, for real. It goes on to say they address several missing voice lines across multiple characters or multiple operators, shall I say. I guess that's good. I guess, when you hear operator, you want things to be more aligned with it. And then right here, we get a long list of UI information, which y'all are more than welcome to like pause the video right here and read through it all. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want the video to be that long, if I must be real. Then for stability, they said for theater mode, temporarily disabled due to an issue with loading replays. God dang it, man. They really need to put more off into this theater mode and make it just right from the jump. You feel me? But hey, they disabled it for right now. It'll be back. So just gotta be patient on that. Then as we move along for rank play, this is all the good stuff that we get from rank play. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but I do want to go over the charms right here that they showing, the weapon blueprint that you'll be getting as well. And also a large decal. And then down below here, we do get some calling cards, depending on what level you are, whether you top 250, iridescent, crimson, so forth and so on. And that's good right there. And they say down here, for the restriction update, the C9 for the SMG, that is restricted. And then also flashbang tactical, that is restricted in rank play as well. But that's gonna be it for this though. We're gonna continue moving forward. All right, now we're here on zombies. Now for the map, for Terminus, they did go ahead and address the issue. Now they got to go ahead and make these kind of changes because since they ain't getting no doggone new map. So them addressing this right now, big W on that one. So it said for Terminus, they addressed the issue that prevented the ramp from being properly eliminated in the boat race side quest in Terminus. Then for Citadel de Mor, they say address the issue where players can repeat the Guardian fight in Citadel de Mor when loading a save file. They also address the issue where the armlet sometimes remains too high after defeating the Guardian. And then for the modes, it said address the issue where players are sent back to the lobby after pausing the game in the split screen. So them addressing that big W. I know a lot of y'all who did experience this. I know y'all glad they addressed it. So good job on their behalf. Then for the weapons, here we go. I'm pretty sure these weapons right here got a buff. We talking about a buff to the Strider 22. Now this is for zombies right here. For the Strider 22, for the 9mm PM. Also for the Grekov, or for the Grekov, or for the Grekov. Man, hey, look, I don't know what it is. I know I'm wrong as heck on that one though, but it is what it is. Let's keep on moving forward. So for the marksman rifle, they show some love for the Tarkov 762, for the DM10, and also for the TR2 as well. So good job for them. And then for the attachments, they said they addressed the issue with a belt-fed ammo pickers were not working after refilling ammo with an ammo cache or max ammo power-up. So good job. They also, for the weapon blueprint, they did address some issues to the death effects for certain weapon blueprints were not playing correctly. Then also for the game over blueprint with custom attachment would revert back to its default attachment after reloading a save. So they addressing that. Good job. And then for the gunsmith, they went on and addressed the issue where the mags and mag side details displayed the incorrect information in the gunsmith menu. I know that's a little thing, but it could be a big thing, but they addressed it. So good thing all the way around, I can say. And then for the purge, they did address the issue for the quick revive and also for the elemental pop. And then as we move further along for the equipment, they addressed the issue for the C4, the frag mid, and also for the Semtex. They did some changes for the mid damage range and also for the mid damage range, depending on what the lethal was. And then as for the field upgrade, then for the Ether Shroud, they addressed the issue where zombies will sometimes target players while the Ether Shroud is active. Then they addressed the issue where the player would not have their melee weapon equipped after reviving a player while the Void Sheath argument is active. Man, I know that was crazy right there. Then for the Dark Flare, they addressed the issue where the Helmeted Zombies is immune to the Dark Flare field upgrade instead of the more. So good job on that one. And then they do address some issue for the support. Now I'm just gonna read off what it was. Like the Death Machine got some love, the Mutant Injection, the War Machine, and also the Mangler Cannon. So y'all can read that, what it says in that description. And then for the Gobblegum, they know they'll address some issues, so good job on that one, especially when they say like that this machine or the war machine were left with their ammo count of 1 after using the support group Gobblegum. So them addressing that, good job on that one. And then for the power-ups, got some love, address the issue with the Wonder Waffle DG2 turning zombie into crawlers while insta-kill was active with their first shot, so they addressed that because now it's fixed, now it's working. But as we move further along, for the mystery box, they said they addressed the issue where the mystery box could only produce a small subset of weapons. They also said they increased the weight of seasonal weapons in the mystery box, and they also addressed the issue where zombie build weapon from the mystery box show incorrect rarity when dropped. And then as we move further along, for the UI, y'all bored, welcome to read the UI information right now. Feel free to pause the video. And then also for the graphics, they addressed some graphical issues with a special round fall did not roll in gradually if a user joins the match in that round, and also addressed the issue where the spectating player will see a black screen while the player they are spectating use fast travel. Then as we move further along, for the last thing for the zombies is the stability. They went on and addressed various stability issues, and as sometimes as always, they didn't give no description in that regard. But I will say though, in what regard, what y'all can do is y'all can hit that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Y'all show some love to your Call of Duty uncle. It definitely helps out the channel. But let's not hold you no longer on this one. Let's move on to the Warzone side of things. All right, here we are on the Warzone side of things, baby. For Verdansk, we already know we're getting overlooked. This is gonna be something new for the downtown area. Then we already know we're gonna be getting interactive cranes that you can zip line and get on and do all type of things on it. So that's a big W right there. And we will be having horizontal zip lines for sure. And then for some adjustment for Verdansk, for the high value loot zones, the 3 locations that have been updated to the following is Superstore, Quarry, and also Overlook. So a big W on that one. Then for the modes, we will be getting Clash, which is a limited time mode. It's a 52v52. So that should be a fun mode for a lot of people, especially if you're grinding that Abyss camo. So y'all go have fun tomorrow when it do drop. And then returning, we will be getting the World Series of Warzone. This right here is just like a, give you an example or something like they replicate how they really play for the World Series of Warzone. But now you can go rock out during a 3-week period, to go test your skills. You feel me? But let's move further along to the playlist. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go. So this playlist update is only going to be through from May 29th through June 12th, and June 12th is going to be my other daughter's birthday. But you know what? Hey, that's neither here or there. For Battle Royale, for duos and quads, it will be playing over Verdansk. And then for Resurgence, we do get solo, duo, trios, and quad, which is going to be on Rebirth Island. For Plunder, quads, of course, is going to be on Verdansk. Then for rank play, it's going to be trios. Speaking of trios, or speaking of rank play, should I say, should Verdansk, should Call of Duty give us more than trios? Should we have like a quad or a duo? Or y'all feel like trios is just that sweet spot? Y'all let me know. Then also right here for Clash, again, it's gonna be a limited time mode. 52 versus 52 is gonna be played on Verdansk. And then something that's new that's gonna be changing right now. Some of y'all might love it, some of y'all might hate it, but we will be having Battle Royale casual for solos and quads on Verdansk. Hey, say what y'all wanna say. I think this helps out a lot of casual players. Just the player base to come back, have a good time, where they gonna rock solo and quad. And it's good they added the solo. That way, if you don't have anybody to rock out with and go slay out with, you can just learn by yourself by playing solo and learn from there. And I will be dropping some future videos to help you all out. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. And this is what it says though. Since launching Battle Royale Casual, a blend of players and clearly identifiable bots, we've seen it become a considerable popular option with positive reception overall. Given its popularity, combined with our ongoing effort to keep our players option focused and manageable, we're going to experimentally replace core Battle Royale solos with Battle Royale casual solos. I don't know, a lot of people such as like the homie Lucci, I know he's not gonna like this at all, but I'm pretty sure he might dabble into some casual solo just to talk about it and things like that though. But again, some people might like this, some people might not. It goes on to say, while we understand the impact this will have for players who prefer core Battle Royale solo, like I just mentioned, it is a compromise we're comfortable with given the larger engagement with other playlist options. It goes on to say, for the long, we'll be closely monitoring the player feedback and daily active user performance over the coming weeks to help guide next steps. And also for the information, go visit the Warzone Trello board and things like that. And then for rank play, of course, Warzone gonna have this rank play for season 4. Big WW on that one. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on that at all, but we will be moving further along So just give me some time. All right, here we are for the general section right now. It goes on to say this. Moving forward, we made the decision to test new gameplay features in limited time mode before bringing them into our core Battle Royale experience. The approach will allow us to continue exploring fresh ideas and mechanics in a controlled environment, giving players a taste of what's possible while ensuring that we preserve the core identity that we believe defines our Battle Royale. Well, adding solo to casual, again, they experimenting, even though that's not a limited time mode, or it's a limited time thing, but it's not a limited time mode, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's all about finding the right balance between innovation and staying true to what makes the mode special. And it says, with that said, we have a handful of our new features that will deploy at Season 4 launch and later into the season that we hope players enjoy. We will be keeping a close eye on feedback as we go to determine which will make the cut to be added as a part of our core Battle Royale offering. So we are yet to see what things are going to be happening. Are we going, like us as the player, or us as the community, shall I say, are we going to enjoy the things that they innovate doing, like the limited time mode, or we going to hate it? So they will be tracking it, for the most part. Now for the gameplay for the Gulag, they say players will now start with a single armor plate equipped in the Gulag. And the reason for this, y'all, they say this change seeks to help players in a scenario where no armor would result in certain weapons killing faster than intended. Faster even than in multiplayer. Due to Warzone high damage per shot values, this change is intended to reduce extreme time to kill cases without overcorrecting. So that might not be too bad. At least you get to start off with an armor plate. I'm pretty sure people who like less skilled down to people who are better skilled, I know y'all gonna say y'all gonna die regardless, or they gonna die regardless, but just having that that security that you do have a chance to fight back, it's a good thing. Now for the loot in the economy, for the adjustment for Redan, they did make some updated ground loots to the weapon, which is always good. Like for the LMGs, they reduced the drop rate, but they slightly increased the drop rate for the SMGs. Great job, because man, we already know how it is picking up something slower while everybody else got something like an SMG and just destroying you. So that's a great thing right there. And then for Resurgent Plunder, for the lootable perk, we do get the Irradiated, Shrouded, Low Profile, Reactor Armor, Loot Master, and also Ghost, for Resurgent and for Plunder as well. And they give a brief description right here. Y'all more than welcome to read this part, but I'm gonna keep on moving along. For the buy station, for the adjustments, for Battle Royale, the buy station on Verdansk, they say buy station locations have been shuffled to inspire fresh combat encounters and new rotation strategies. Then they say the total count, it has been increased to 49, up from 47, so they just added 2 more. So that's a good thing, because we want to make sure while we on freaking, Verdansk, that we have more than one buy station that's around us that we can pretty much get to, so we can be able to get back into the engagement, things like that. And we move further along for the contract for Clash. It said for Search and Destroy, a new contract where a squad is tasked with planting a bomb at an enemy side buy station. So that's a good job right there. Y'all could read the description right here. Y'all more than welcome. And then for the adjustment for Battle Royale, for the supply run, it's an adjusted fire sale reward from the supply run contract. So it's only consumed during a fire sale public event if a free item is purchased. So let's move along to the equipment adjustment for the flash grenade. They made some adjustment right there. The flash angles increased by 20%, and also for the concussion grenade, the stun maximum duration increased at 1.61 seconds to 2.3. Then the stun minimum, it decreased from 1.47 seconds to 1.15. They said the flash and concussion grenades are seeing some moderate improvement in their base effectiveness. At the same time, we're enabling a harder counter to them in the form of the veteran perk. Now, as we move along for the field upgrade, Clash right here, we get a door barricade. This is gonna be pretty dope right here. I really do like this. It allows players to secure a single or double doors with a visible lock, preventing enemy access. So it also says some more things right there, but it's really dope, if you must ask me. It gives more information right here though, but hey, you can't be mad at things like that. And it said it will automatically self-destruct after 150 seconds. So it's not like somebody can just barricade somebody in as well, because we know a lot of y'all might be real trolls and make y'all TikTok videos out of that. But hey, that's gonna be pretty dope to even be able to use this. Now for the kill streaks, this right here, this is a dope handgun right here. Well, a hand cannon, shall I say. Right, they say this high-profile pistol kill streak originally available in multiplayer, which we know that right there, during season 1, but now it's available for season 4. But this right here looks pretty dope. I'm trying to get more off into weapons. You feel me? I know this is like a big full-size weapon. It look like this got like the FDS work, no slide on it with the comp on the front of it. Like it look pretty dope. And I know I'm just going off topic right there. I'm just, like I say, I'm just getting off into the more of the gun world, and you know what, this is something that I'd be like, but I'm just trying to compare that. But it will be available for Warzone, so keep that in mind. You know, for sure for Clash, right? And then for the perks, for the veteran, they did make some adjustments. They said they significantly increased the resistance to flash and stun. They said we're making veteran a hard counter to the recently buffed flash and stun grenade, because they did make some adjustments for that. So they're making an adjustment for the veteran perk, that's a big W. The effects are diminished enough to shrug them off almost immediately, so big W on that one. And then for Mountaineer, the fall damage reduction increased to 35% up from 33%. That's only like a 2% differential. I don't know how big of a difference that would be though, but them making some kind of change is always good. Now for the adjustment, they said the Bandolier wildcard have been removed from all modes. They said we disable and remove the Bandolier wildcard from all game modes originally introduced to ease the transition from a backpack-based system to a streamlined experience. This wildcard unfortunately contributed to a muddy combat experience by encouraging reckless items usage over strategic gameplay. So good job on that one. They felt it wasn't even needed. And we already know what weapons gonna be introduced. We already discussed this already, so we're gonna keep on moving forward. We already talked about the new attachments that's gonna be coming. And you know, for Warzone, these are the changes, you know, that they made in multiplayer. These are the changes that they made right here for Warzone, such as the AK-74, the AMS-85, the AS Val, the AMAX, the Cypher 091, the Goblin MK2, the GPR-91, the Kilo 141, the Krieg C, the Model L. Dang, they got two Model Ls up here. Are this supposed to be the XM4? Maybe I'm tripping, but maybe they made a mistake right here. But let's move forward right here. Now for the C9, like it got a buff as well, the Jackal, the Compact 92, the KSV, also the Ladra as well, the PP919, the PPS41, things like that, the STOGG, the Tonto 22. They made a lot of adjustment. Right here, the shotguns right here, they made some adjustment to as well. They did make some adjustment to the Fang 82 right here for the damage. So now that's to the maximum damage range. And then for the GPR MG, they know they made some adjustment as well. But we're gonna keep on moving forward for the PU-21, the XMG, and also for the marksman rifle for the AK-973, made some adjustments to the DM-10, to the SWAT 556, the TR2, the Tarkov 762. And also for the sniper adjustment, the AMR Mod 4 made some love to it, gave it some buffs to the range, the damage, and things like that. Great job. Now for the UI and the UX adjustments, as you see for the death recap widget quality of life, one of the main things I'm just gonna point out right now is that the death recap system has been expanded to provide clearer insights into the circumstances surrounding your eliminations. New indicators now include, and they give a lot of things down here, such as the precision airstrike reveal, the cluster strike reveal, the bunker buster reveal, also the coughing, the tracker ADS auto ping, and also the alertness detection. So good job on that one. And then for the challenges, they got some adjustments to the specialist perk tracking, the UAV kill streak challenge, the camo challenge, clarification, and also the new armory challenge. And then further along here for the bug fixes, we had a lot of bug fixes that y'all more than welcome to read. But that is going to be it. That was a mouthful to talk about. I didn't want the video to be that long, even though it is long right now. But my Call of Duty nieces and nephew that will be wrapping up today's video. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what are y'all thoughts on the Season 4 patch note? What's coming? The new thing, the new overlook, no mouth for Verdansk, or the new POI, shall I say. Like, give me y'all thoughts on that. And what do y'all think about the nerf and the buff to certain weapons? Or what do y'all want to see buff and what do y'all want to see nerf? But more important, if y'all enjoyed today's content, then consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things related to Call of Duty content. It'd be greatly appreciated to have you be a part of this community. And also I want to say for y'all casual lovers, y'all drop me an emoji in the comment section. If y'all want to see any content, revolve around the casual mode, let me know. But thank y'all for watching, and remember to eat good and sleep good. One love.